Hey, yo, what's up? I'm Jay Sean, and you are locked into Culture Mix Media.
What's happening, people? This is your boy Hstar. I'm sitting with an artist. He needs no introduction. He's been around the globe. He's sold over 15 million singles. It's the one and only Jay Sean. What's happening, bro?
What's happening, brother? How you doing?
Good, yeah?
Cool, man. Wicked.
All good, man. So Jay, man, you're back. You're back to the UK, back to your roots, man. Tell us, man, when you first started, did you believe that this would be it, man? How you reach this far in your career?
I mean, obviously, I've been a big dreamer. So for me, whatever I do, whatever venture I take on, I have to give it my best. So when you give it your best, the possibility of greatness is always larger. You know what I mean? So I always aim for greatness. And if I'm on my way there, man, then that's a great thing.
Exactly. So basically, let's take it to My Own Way, your album that you released. You're the only Asian artist that's made it big in the mainstream industry, man, and that's a big look for an Asian person. So basically, from my point of view, that album, that's what made Jay Sean, man. That was your vibe. So the singles such as Ride It, Maybe Stay, that's what made you shine out in the mainstream industry. And bro, that was like your baby, man. That's the vibe of Jay Sean. How was you inspired by that?
I just know what I love doing, and I love that you can pick out that there's a sound that I have. That's really interesting, because all of those songs you highlighted really are that's my real vibe in essence. For me, even though I'm a singer-songwriter, which means I can write anything, I have a tendency to gravitate towards that emotional, moody, sexy R&B. That's what I do, and that's what I do best. When I signed to Virgin Records to do Me Against Myself, to me it was a mishmash of so many different things. It didn't really make sense, and then they wanted me to carry on, change my direction and go more into like indie rock music, and I was like, what are you talking about right now?
Indie rock?
Yeah, because that's what was big at the time. It was all the James Blunt and this, that and the other, and I was like, nah man, I'm sorry, I'm me, I do what I do, man. So I had to leave, do my own thing. I did my own way, we put it out independently. I put all the songs, that kind of music I wanted to put on it, which is now basically what I've done again. History repeated itself. Cash Money did the same thing. You know what I mean? I was with Cash Money, went too pop, way too pop. You know what I mean? Had a lot of success, and I'm not gonna knock that success, and it was great. And I do love some of those music. I'm not saying I don't love pop music, because obviously I write it and I sing it, but my heart is really always in R&B. And so when it comes to doing a body of work, that's what, I kind of need to control that myself.
After that, My Own Way, your album, you made a big move from 2008 to October 2014. You moved to America. That's a big move for you, and you got signed to Cash Money Records, and you released big singles like Down, Do You Remember, #1 on Billboard. That's the biggest thing an artist could ask for. Working with Lil Wayne, Sean Paul, everything, that's a big look. How was that experience for you?
It was amazing, man. I mean, for me, it was so quick. Everything happened so quick, and it was such a roller coaster that I feel like I didn't really get the chance to stop, pause, and take it all in. And now, if I could rewind back to that time and just live it again for a second, I would probably let things soak in a bit more. I was going on the Ellen Show, and I was with, on Jay Leno, and I was doing all these huge, massive American TV shows, and I'm like, how did I get here? This is mental. I'm performing on stage with Justin Timberlake and Taylor Swift, and and Beyonce's and Jay-Z's are at the same party as me, and I'm like, this is weird, man. Like, how is all this happening? Because like coming from Hounslow, Southall and then Hounslow, to rubbing shoulders with these people who we never thought we'd meet in a whole, let alone get to know on a personal level, it was mad.
Saying that, Taylor Swift's a big fan of you. In 2009, she tweeted, every song that Jay Sean puts out, I fall in love with it more, That's crazy, innit? So basically, after that, of course, you released All or Nothing. For me, that was a perfect album for Jay Sean, because that's a Jay Sean vibe. And then you released Neon. Why was it so different from All or Nothing to Neon?
Neon was a tough album for me to write, if I'm honest. It was hard. That's why it took me so long. I scrapped 2 albums before that as well. I did. It was difficult, man. Music was changing too much, and there was this pressure to conform to what sells. When you're with a record company who are putting money into you and investing in you, you can't just unless you have the ability to do it, it's very difficult to just do what you want to do and expect someone to pay for it, because they want to sell. So they're like, okay, that's great, you might want to do this, but that's not what's on radio right now, and that's not what's in the charts. This is what's in the charts, this is what's on radio. You need to go and work with producers like this and do this, that, and the other. So there was a big pressure for me to just conform to what radio was playing and what was in the charts. So it was hard for me to find me, you know what I mean? And hard for me to do me, which is the reason why I ended up leaving Cash Money.
So mentioning upon that, you parted ways with Cash Money Records because is it entirely because that you wasn't allowed to do what you wanted to do? You wasn't allowed to bring out your vibe, Jay Sean vibe.
Fully my vibe, and also, you know, they were very supportive, man. They let me put out Mars, which was a big song, you know what I mean, with Rick Ross, and it was that R&B vibe, and it was sick. They let me put that out, but the thing is, it's never gonna get as much of a push as the pop songs. And I was basically like, you know what? I'd rather leave the pop world and go into a more underground R&B scene. Where I'm a bit happier, rather than doing music that I know even my fans are kind of like, Jay, I don't know, man. I know everyone else is buying it, but I don't really know who this guy is. And I have to respect my fans. They're the ones who made me.
Honest opinion, I felt the same way when you released Neon, because being a fan of yours, I've been listening to your music from when I was in school. You just saw a picture of mine when I met you ages ago. I've been listening to you when I was like 10 years old. So when I heard Neon, that was in Jay Sean for me. Of course, Passenger Side was my favorite song in the album, but All or Nothing, Down, everything, that was my Jay Sean that I liked. So basically now you're back, Tears in the Ocean. What you gotta say about that, man?
So Tears in the Ocean and The Mistress 2 really is this is my heart project. This is my baby project. In terms of like, no, this is my passion project. For me, my favorite stuff to write in my entire career was The Mistress 1 and Mistress 2. They were my favorite projects. I wrote them pretty much by myself, 100% by myself. The people I wrote with were only the people that I love and that I know get my vibe. So people like my boy Jared Cutter, who we've written so many, So I was like, bro, you know what we do here. You know my vibe, let's do this, right? So I didn't write with all these hit makers in terms of like the other people who were doing stuff on, you know, not to say Jared's not a hit maker, of course he is. He just got a song on the Boyz II Men album, which is wicked. So, you know, but like in terms of what everyone else is using, just because they had a hit, I'm like, nah, man, I don't care. Just because you're working with, you know, Dr. Luke, it doesn't mean necessarily you're going to work with me. And so, anyway, that album, I wasn't thinking at any point about radio charts or anything. It's not aimed at that. So the reason I'm giving it away for free is because I'm not trying to make money from it. I'm trying to give my fans something which I feel they deserve. You know what I mean? I feel like I deprived them of that Jay Sean vibe for a while, and I want to give them the whole thing for free. In fact, it's going to be out on November the 18th. The Mistress 2 is going to drop on November the 18th, and it's so simple. It's so easy to get hold of it. You don't have to go to iTunes, nothing like that. All you type in is www.themistressTapes.com, okay? ThemistressTapes.com. You can go there now. It's live. It's got a little countdown clicker. And then it will let you know November the 18th. Press that button, boom, all the songs on your computer, just like that.
Mistress 3 coming out 18th November with the second music video as well.
Second music video drops on the same day. So you go to the website, you're going to get to see the second music video called All I Want. And then you get the whole mixtape for free too.
Exactly.
It's like Christmas come early, man. I mean, November 18th, a free album and video. Come on, guys.
Jay Sean is back.
Yeah, I dropped a tear in the ocean. When they find it, that's when I'll stop loving you. Now I'm lost in a sea of emotion, forever blinded, falling deeper into the blue.
Welcome to the rapid fire round. Now, Jay, with this, as you know, you have to answer as quick as possible. You can't take long, yeah? What's your favorite perfume?
Hugo Boss.
I like that. What's the last Bollywood film you watched?
Dilwale again.
DDOJ, that's a classic, innit? Alright, he's a bit of a tujhe dekha tha. Alright, so what's the most expensive present you bought yourself?
My car, my Lamborghini, I guess.
You gotta treat yourself, innit?
Yeah, that's probably the most expensive.
Which current Asian songs do you have in your phone right now?
Oh man, I've got a lot of. It's funny, you're gonna laugh. It makes it. Adnan Sami, Jagjit Singh. I love ghazals, man, and I love Jagjit Singh's voice. And plus, like, I have a whole bunch of like mixed compilations of different people. You know what I mean?
Jay Sean's still on his Asian vibe, man. Hasn't forgot his roots. Jay Sean. One thing, my personal question to you, yeah, can Jay Sean speak Punjabi fluently?
नहीं मुझे पंजाबी नहीं आती है, लेकिन हम sometimes can बोल सकते हैं.
That's Urdu, bro.
मैंने पंजाबी आंदी बथेरी, don't worry.
See, Punjabi भी बोल सकता है. Alright, do you sing Punjabi songs at home when you're in your own vibe?
Sometimes I think, sometimes I do.
What's the most common song that you actually sing for you?
I actually do freestyles in Punjabi all the time. Because I feel like putting our songs.
freestyle right now, a quick one.
A freestyle right now.
That would be bad. That would be bad.
Alright. कदी कदी मैं डाइट कोक पीना या ए डाइट कोक नहीं खत्म हो गया. There you go.
God, that's sick, man. That's sick. You heard it from your boy Jay Sean and Hstar. Peace.